Four decades ago, the Edmond Public Schools Foundation was born in the face of a devastating economic downturn.
We ended up gathering our friends together and deciding we're going to do this. We have to do this to give hope to the people in Edmond. Of course, it moved forward from then and much beyond our wildest dreams at this point. And we're so happy that this organization is making a really meaningful contribution today.
This is not just a fundraising arm. This is a innovative and creative organization that every day challenges themselves to find ways that they can serve the district.
I think the foundation's most important job is to support the advancement of excellence in our schools in Edmond.
The Edmond Public Schools Foundation helps pay for classroom supplies through the Donors Choose platform.
Where the rubber meets the road, support really needs money. And what happens to individuals is that even though they want to support, they don't know how to support, they don't know where to support, they don't know who to support. And Donors Choose makes that simple.
Our teachers use Donors Choose to get supplies and materials and games and things. It kind of just fills in the gaps.
Donors Choose support through the foundation means teachers spend less of their own money enriching their students' education.
I think I had 8 projects funded last year, and I think it was well over $1,000 that came into my classroom for supplies last year that would have came out of my pocket if it had not come from the Edmond Public Schools Foundation and Donors Choose.
At one Edmond elementary school, a Donors Choose project helps kids start their own home libraries by earning reward tokens for a giant book vending machine in the school lobby.
Our money is federal or from bond, and so we can only use it for books that will stay in our library. So with the book vending machine, those are books that we give away to the students. So we had to figure out a way to fund the machine and then a way to fund the books that go into the machine.
Anybody else do that?
In the classroom of former Cheyenne Middle School Teacher of the Year, Sydney Crutchfield, students work problems on stand-up whiteboards that she was able to get through Donors Choose.
I think it gets them thinking. I could do this just me at the front of the room sitting down, but that's them just looking at me. They're not engaged in the learning, and so they're not retaining it as much when I'm just talking to them rather than them figuring it out themselves.
Numerous outstanding educators are recognized each year with cash awards endowed through the Edmond Public Schools Foundation.
Some of our best teachers weren't getting the additional recognition and rewards that they deserve to receive. And so we set up an endowment so the income of that from that every year would provide a meaningful monetary reward for that outstanding teacher.
Growing up in this district, it's always meant something so special to me, and getting recognized for the job that I love and the kids that I love is just so special.
The foundation's student ambassadors, who raised money to endow the Teacher of the Year Cash Award, take part in the annual award ceremony where they see firsthand the difference these honors make.
How happy she was, how happy her family and her coworkers were for her, and just seeing like how much the support that the Edmond Public Schools Foundation gives and how much that means to an individual. That was like my favorite memory.
The student ambassadors focus on leadership, philanthropy, and advocacy in service to Edmond Public Schools.
Last year, we got to look inside some of the food pantries, and we were seeing photos of this is what they usually look like, this is what they look like now, and it was like shockingly empty. I just remember everyone was kind of thinking the same thing. It was like, well, how can we fix this, right?
I heard of volunteering just as a concept, but I didn't really do anything outside of my church. I've heard that word every time I come here for a meeting, and it's just been a great idea to explore as a student and an upcoming college student. And I think I'll definitely be doing that throughout my whole college experience.
The fact that these kids are going to come out of high school, go to college, and a good chunk of them are going to move back to Edmond and raise their families will probably lead them to be more supportive of our foundation in the next 10, 15 years. I think those seeds that we're planting today will bear much fruit tomorrow.
Edmond's student ambassadors are not the only people surprised by the needs in their own community.
I think there's a misconception that, oh, that's Edmond, we don't need this or that. But I mean, the truth is 60% of my students are impoverished.
We have 7 times more unhoused students in Edmond than we did 5 years ago. That gives me chills.
And I've seen firsthand how our board and our foundation has put energy behind those resources to provide what those families need.
That's something that as community leaders, we are responsible for. When we take care of everyone, everybody wins. When we bring everybody along together, it raises the bar for excellence in what we do through programming and what we do through curriculum and education. And that's really what I think Edmond is all about.
If you live, play, or work in the city of Edmond, you are a stakeholder in the success of Edmond Public Schools. I think the great thing about Edmond is a lot of people understand that education is not just the job of the school, it's the job of the community.
And it's an investment in not just us, but the future children who go through the district, the teachers. It's really impacting everybody, and I can't oversell it enough on how it's not just impacting me, but the many intangible impacts it has on the whole community.